Alright folks, we're back for the last 30 minutes of Tales of Rebirth. We've made quite a bit of progress today. What business do you have with Chief Fogma? I have questioned about Razilda's history that I would like to ask him. I'd like to meet with him if that's possible. Sure, but it's gotta be you, and only you. Understood. Wait here for me. So you want to know about the power of Shade, and you ask this in spite of knowing how us Gajuma feel about it? Yes, I've heard from the townsfolk that it is considered to be an abomination. I've also heard that the people in ancient times sunk it into the bottom of a spring. And you want to know where that said spring is, I assume? That's something I wouldn't be able to tell you even if I did know. Even if? Our ancestors, together with the Huma, created a map to the spring that the power of Shade was submerged into, and it seems as though it remained here. However, my family has been ruling for generations, and yet no such thing has been passed down to me. Perhaps my ancestors had disposed of it out of fear that it may be used for evil. A map to the spring. That's what the fucking symbol of Razilda probably is. I just hope that the Huma don't get their hands on it. Something that was sealed away is not meant to be disturbed. So you will be brought to ruin if you do so. Do you hear me? Don't go messing with it. Okay. An introduction to the practice of transcendental Gajuma ethics, Kalesian literature and its history, the Battle of Babelograd. Many difficult books are on the shelf. I expect that there aren't any books about the power of Shade. Alright, hang on, let's explore his kitchen. The kitchen and dining are connected to improve the space's functionality. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. I'd like to hear more from him. Perhaps there's something in his room that can get him to talk. What if we talk about his penis? A small sunflower known as the Dulce Girasol. These wonderful flowers bloom in the summertime. Sunflowers, there's something about it. A winter flower that grows near winter. This is one that grows in the areas around Razilda. Still is Razildian daffodil. Something about this flower seems off. Yeah, you got the fucking sunflower and the daffodil in the picture there. What's this? Ah, that there is my family crest, which is also symbolizes the Gajuma here in Razilda. Also, why the fuck are you walking around in my house? Does it have any special meaning? Amidst darkness, we find courage. Amidst darkness, we know love. While living in fear that the abominable power of Shade and suffering, in their conflict with the Huma over it, our ancestors composed that poem to raise their spirits. I see. There seems to be two flowers on the crest. Is there any significant meaning behind those as well? The sunflower symbolizes courage, and the daffodil symbolizes hope, or love. If you'd like, you can take that flag with you. Thank you so very much. Excellent. We stole this man's flag after exploring his house. So that how that went. Apparently there's a map that showed where the spring would be. It looks like we'll need to speak with the Huma chief as well. The map showing where the power of Shade is was made by the two races working together, right? If that's the case, then which race is in possession of the map? Both of them? Would they each have a copy? Would they have it in joint custody? Or did they entrust it to a third party? Odd that so many people know about the map when they wanted to hide how to open up the spring. Amidst darkness, we find courage. Amidst darkness, we know love. So that's the poem that goes along with the crest of the Gajuma. Well, the sunflower depicted on the crest represents courage, and the daffodil represents love. It's a poem that is beyond interpretation. Is it? Oops, I don't need to do that. What business do you have with Chief Eager? We're here to ask him about Razilda in history. Very well. You may enter, but the Gajuma stays outside. That's fine, I'll wait here. Any Titri, we ought to wait this one out too. Why's that? A lot went down when we asked him for the medicine. I see. Would you be able to go in by yourself now? Why do I get the feeling that I'm being treated like a kid? Probably because you are one. I'll go with you. You're going too, Hilda? Do I not pass for a Huma? No, that's not what I apologize. Let's go, Mal. Hey, Claire, why don't you come along too? I kind of don't want to go in there with only Hilda by my side. Whining about being treated like a child just makes you more of a child. Well, fine then. I guess I am just a kid. Let's go, Claire. Yes? Coming? We won't be long. We'll be right here. You guys can go on without us. Sure thing! I've never seen your faces before, and you've definitely never seen a young woman as graceful as you around these parts. We're here to... I was talking to this young lady over here. Now then, what business do you have with me? Please pardon our sudden visit. We are currently conducting research on the ancient history of Kellige. There is something that we would like to inquire of you, if you would be so gracious enough to grant us an audience. Oh, you're rather well spoken for your age. Very much befitting of a Huma. Those uncouth Gajuma couldn't hope to be half as poised. Please, ask me anything you like. Thank you very much. My apologies for asking this outright, but we are interested in learning about the power of Shade. The power of Shade? Are you aware of what significance that it carries for us Huma? I am aware that it was revered by the Huma as something divine, and that submerged into the depths of a spring by the people of ancient times. We came to visit you, Mr. Eager, because we were wondering if you have any knowledge concerning the spring. I see. For a girl such as yourself, I would be glad to tell you anything you want to know. Alas, I don't know much about the spring. The only thing I can tell you is the key. A key? Our ancestor created a key to the spring where the power of Shade is locked away and split into two. One half was given to each race for safekeeping, or so I've been told. As far as I'm aware, no such key has been passed down through my family. It might have been stolen by those Gajuma years and years ago. They think that the power of Shade is an abomination, so perhaps they've gone and hidden the key. A key separated in two. It's the fucking crest! Anyway, if it were possible, I would love to get my hand on the power of Shade, so that I could make my dreams come true. But sadly, I don't know a thing about it. Dude wants to... What? Did this man just subtly tell us that he wants to murder all the Gajuma? Well, we'll just have to start looking for a conversation starter then. The glory of Huma. It's not clear how it represents either Huma or glory, but Eager purchased it because of this title. Ah. Yes, okay. During spring, they produce small, white, bell-shaped flowers. In Razilda, the seasons tend to blend together. It is considered springtime when these flowers bloom. Lilies, why do these feel like they're important? Tam Clang roses, a bright red rose with overlapping petals that has a noble fragment. They reach their full bloom in autumn. Roses. I feel like they're important somehow. No, you don't. A simple, well-built kitchen. There's some bread dough in the process of being kneaded. Nothing of interest here. This would be... This is my family's crest, which also represents the brilliance of the Huma here in Razilda. The brilliance of Razilda's Huma, the two flowers that are depicted on it appear to me to be a rose and a lily. Why, yes, madame, what an astute observation. Oh, how silly of me talking... Okay, hang on. Anyway, but you're correct. The flowers embroidered on this flag are the rose of truth and the lily of hope. Is there any particular reason as to why they are depicted on the flag? Amidst darkness, we reach truth. Amidst darkness, we desire hope. It's an ancient poem from when the human were in possession of this power of Shade, which details what we had gained from it. The depth behind those words is just indescribable, don't you think? Indeed, it is apparent that the power of Shade was something of immeasurable worth. Quite right. If you like, you can go ahead and take this flag with you. I'm sure it will help you with your research. Your generosity is much appreciated. Alright, so we stole the flag. And that's what we learned, thanks to Claire getting him to talk. She did that? Eager seemed to be taken in by her graceful manners. Yeah, she was so cool. You'd have thought she was a queen with how eloquently she spoke. She did that? Yep, quite unlike Hilda over here. Nonsense, I was merely demonstrating proper etiquette. Well, in the end, we were unable to locate the map and the key. Guess it's time to throw in the towel. Well, it might be good to go back to the inn to look things over. Might be good to go back to the inn and shit. There are 2 keys that open the spring. Perhaps it is so that neither group can have an advantage over the other? Well, let's go somewhere quiet and think things over. Okay, so first off, the key is probably the poem that's been passed down. The map is probably the crests. Amidst darkness, we reach truth. Amidst darkness, we desire hope. I think something seems to be off about the crest of the Huma. Well, the rose represents truth and the lily represents hope, right? I'm pretty sure that that's what they mean in the language of flowers. Reaching, desire. I feel like those are in the wrong words. Order? Are they supposed to even be in order? When did you learn how to talk like that, Claire? I learned it when I was with the Queen. The guard taught you how to speak like that? Yes, she did. For now, let's try reconciling everything we've been told. Sounds like a plan. Let's go back to the inn and think things over. I used to go to the inn. Then I farted. Oh, can we stay the night or are you here to buy ingredients? Jeremy, do you wish you had a Razildian flag? Could the power of shade really be nothing more than a legend? Both sides have pretty different stories to tell. Something divine, or an abomination, a spring, with a map born of cooperation that has remained a key split in 2. It's hard to tell if the stories are inconsistent or if it's just one big mess. It makes sense that the tale of the power shade would be like that though, considering how this town is. What's the matter, Tichi? All of this just pisses me off. Haven't you guys noticed that the only things anyone talks about around here are Huma this and Gajuma that? I think I understand how you feel. However, isn't it possible that what's going on here has some connection to Gyokias? If we can figure out what it is, then... Yeah, the Stellies did have something like that carved on them, but is that really the only thing wrong here? It's not just the people here, even I have started wondering about it. I can't stop thinking about the differences between both races. Why are they different, and what makes them so different anyway? Excuse me, but... This is going back to the Power of Shade, but there's something that caught my attention. There are many things in this town that come in 2s, are there not? Such as how the key to the spring was split in 2. So perhaps if we were to combine those into 1, we might find the key that we're looking for. That's all. Now that you mention it, a lot of things in this town do come in pairs. The 2 races and their views, and the Power of Shade and the 2 chiefs. So how exactly are we supposed to put those together? Something that could be used as a key, which would be 2 keys. They are poems? Would be the poems. The ones associated with the flags are each race are similar. If we combine the crests that represent them, the crests of each race, how are we supposed to combine them? Well... How would we try aligning them? If we flip one of them around, then... Get your sun, your moon. That's it. It's the crest that was on the flag that I saw. What? So that means that the Razildian flag was made by combining the flags of both races? If that's the case, then the map that the two races made is this crest. Hold on, wait, you guys are saying that the poems that go with each flag are the key, and the crest of the Razildian flag is the map? It's almost as if it was very obvious. If it's true, then it aligns with what the Innkeeper told us. Let's see, across time and space we join together in chorus, and thus does a path open before us. That was it, right? In short, if we go to the spring and recite the two poems as one, then they will become the key that opens the power, the spring, and leads us to the power of the shade. That seems correct, doesn't it? It does. And if that is the case, then both stories complete each other. Okay, but where exactly is the spring supposed to be? Let's put our heads together. If the human Gajuma crests are what form the map, then there must be some clue that we can glean from them. I've got it! It's the flowers! The flowers show where the spring is. Where is it? I don't know that much, but for some reason an image of those 4 flowers bloom suddenly popped into my head. Well, that sounds like a lovely little flower bed. I should have known better than to get my hopes up. Besides, would those flowers even be able to grow in the same spot in the first place? I really feel like I saw something like that not too long ago, and in real life, not a picture. Where? If such a place really exists, then that might be where the spring is located. It's no good, I can't remember. Why don't we walk around for a bit? Something might jog your memory. Just where did I see that flower bed? Well, can you remember where you've been lately? Vietnam. We're gonna save, because... yeah. Maybe here? All the flowers located here at this stall? Here, it was the store. Really? Yeah, take a look. They're selling all 4 of the flowers that were on the crest, aren't they? So where does the little girl pick them from? Yeah, you're right. And I just remembered that something about this place felt off when we passed by it earlier. Off? I don't notice anything particularly strange about it. Yeah, to be honest, I can't really say what it is, but something about it seemed unnatural. Unnatural. I'm no expert, but these flowers aren't supposed to bloom during the same season, are they? That's it! The sunflower, the daffodil, the lily, and last but not least, the rose. These 4 flowers all bloom in different seasons, yet in spite of that, the store has them all in stock. Well, are we sure they're all real flowers? Oh yeah, I'm positive. They're all real. They're all the real deal, and freshly picked to boot. Then that means that there's gotta be somewhere near Razilda where you can find all 4 flowers in full bloom at the same time. Which must be the spring we're looking for. No doubt about it. Now, where'd the shopkeeper run off to? We gotta find her and ask her about it. Because of course she's just not here anymore. I wonder where the shopkeeper went. Maybe she went to pick flowers, or to deliver some. She couldn't have gone far if the shop is still open. She went to Vietnam. Okay, not saying anything different. Cool. Okay. Okay. Nothing different. Nothing to it. Let's go check the inn. I guess the item shop. The girl at the flower shop is so young, and yet she can find so many different flowers. Just the other day, I was able to buy both roses and sunflowers from her. Yeah, we know. There she is. Do you need something? Where did you find the flowers that you're selling at your stand? That's a secret! I mean, if I tell you, then you're gonna go and pick them, you know? Then I won't be able to sell them no more. Oh, come on, pretty please. I just love flowers. See, here's proof. Whoa, I've never seen a flower like this before. Well, you see, this is a tea tray flower that only blooms on the western continent. I might be willing to part with it, but I'll tell you, just give me the flower. Okay, it's a deal. Thank you. So, there's this spring, and it's right in between Razilda and a town called Pepista, and that's where I pick my flowers. And I always pick a lot of different flowers and bring them to this old lady, because she has a son who can't go outside, which means he can't see any flowers, you know? And then they say it makes them happy when they see flowers. You're a sweet girl. Just keep doing nice things for the old lady, okay? Okay. And that's that. Let's go. Sorry for keeping you waiting. It's time for Big Bro Titchery's Tales of Old to begin. A long time ago, far, far away, there lived an old man and an old woman. Their names were Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen. At first glance, it appeared as though they were a happy couple, but the old man was a terrifying monster. He would not let his nephew, Luke, go to college. And the true form of that monster was... What's the matter, Annie? Annie's passed out with her eyes wide open. But why? Barely said anything yet. I forgot, Annie is a huge scaredy cat. Titchery, you seem happy. Yeah, that girl from the flower shop is a humor, and yet she still cares for that Kazuma lady, right? But seeing her makes me feel relieved. What do you think? Yeah, I agree. Let's go to the spring where the flowers are all in season. It should be in the wetlands south of town. Okay. Guys, we need to stop here as I need to get ready for work, and I think I'm gonna go and try doing a pre-vote because we have our election tomorrow. And the place across the street, I'm pretty sure, should be open for it. So, with that said, thank you guys very much for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream.